shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So South Carolina's offense will go on the attack first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Gets it to the back. Runs through the tackle. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
He'll do it himself. Turning it on! And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Here's the handoff. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Sellers. They've got the screen set up. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Grab near the marker, it's Harbor. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
To the ground with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Splits the uprights. Good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time today. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
But they need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game, like we've seen throughout his career, when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The quick out. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quick strike complete. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They're dealing with a second and long. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense. Their offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Here comes the heat. They don't get nearly enough on third down, fourth down coming from the 48.
Great job rallying the football by this defense. Third down, QB's trying to extend the play, but great team speed on defense, now setting up fourth.
Kentucky sent out the punting unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
To the air, it's Sellers. He's got an open man. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. quick handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Big 3rd down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
On 1st down from the 13-yard line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw again. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Going for the big play. He's got it on the left. There he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. That one's going to get a little star mark beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. That's caught, it's Harbor. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Got his man out of the backfield. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll run the screen. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. They'll immediately call timeout. And the Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Williams-Brice.
The Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. A quick pass to the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Long. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Setting up the screen. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Finds his man. It's McGowan. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Gonna look downfield again. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
They'll run it on the counter. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back open in the middle. No chance to run, but they still moving forward. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. No good. Penalty marker on the field, and the kicker's going to get another go at it, this time a little closer. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty's going to give the offense a first down. Trying to run, it's McGowan. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
One of of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
He'll sneak it. The sneak scores it.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
PAT unit on the field. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Tight end now in motion. He'll pull it on the read. Fights off a defender. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Trying play action. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bennett. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated.
Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
The RPO fired complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Still plenty of time for this offense, but this probably their final drive, under 2 minutes to play. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again on that.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Looking to scramble. He's got some space. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
4th quarter, obviously trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass and he still takes off and gets the 1st down. It's his time. It's the 4th quarter. You're trailing. The ball's in his hands.
The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And the offense knows the task ahead. They're down 8. It's 1st and goal. They need a touch. Trying to get it in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Such a big play to score that touchdown, but now you don't have a lot of time to celebrate. You've got to come up with your best 2-point play to send this thing into overtime and give yourself a chance. Who on offense can come up with a big one here with the game on the line?
This 2-point conversion to tie, and we might get a little free football out of this if they do. They're working that left side. He's into the end zone for the 2, and we've got a tie game in the final 2 minutes. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Fires to the big fella. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Hester. We've got a timeout on the field, and we are set up for a terrific finish. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. He's out of bounds to stop the clock. It'll be a 1st down with 29 ticks left. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out quickly. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do once he has it.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
And the Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10. The throw to the outside is complete. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this will be for the win. They get the timeout and the clock reads 3 seconds. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And it all comes down to this. Make or miss, win or lose. It's good. A powerful kick, never a doubt for the game. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level